Hello, 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 gorgeous people. Good to see your pretty faces. This is an exciting day. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes to get in. Cindy, if you'd be so kind as just to keep an eye on some latecomers. Thank you so much. I see you over there. Nice to have you here, Mary Lou, Charlene, I see you. Sarah, good to see you again. Let's give them a little bit of time. So I hope you have pen in hand, okay? We have an exciting lineup today. Cindy is going to be dropping a couple of links in your chat box. So if you don't have your chat box open, go ahead and open that up. That's where we'll be answering some questions. If you have any during the course of the coaching call, this is our regular Tuesday because every day is Tuesday. And my friend, precious friend of 21 years, just renamed it Tuesday. So, you know, on the topic of shoes, if you know me, by the way, this is a capsule wardrobe staple. If you don't wear high heels, that's okay. If you do, then a nude closed heel, as you know, is part of the capsule wardrobe. But if you know me, you know how I have a little bit of a thing for bling. I have a little bit of thing for shoes. Aren't these just the most? These have not been worn yet. I'm waiting for a special occasion. So on this Tuesday, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of things. Look at these. I love these. These were bought in a shop, not designed for people like me, designed for very different things. And that's why you must always, these are pen in hand tips for you to take down so long, okay? Nice to see you, Larissa. How you doing, Pam? Always check out and keep your eyes open for stores that you don't normally go into. Personal style, little secret number one. Don't just beat a track to your usual brand shops, okay? I'm not a brand shopper. I'm not a designer shopper. I have nothing against the high-end brands. It's just not my style. But Dune, I mean, these babies I've had for a long, long time. They're due for a really good clean. Dune London, D-U-N-E London. These are also Dune London. Gorgeous quality, excellent value for money. And I love the variety they have. Cindy, we got a whole bunch of people lining up. You're on that. Thank you so much, honey. That's great. I see you. Okay. So I haven't made you co-host. That's why. Thank you, Cindy, honey. Give me a second. Let me go and do that. So I need to go and find you and make you co-host. And there you have it. All right. Thank you. It is Tuesday and we are choosing to get up, dress up, and be a bold light on a hill. Today we're covering a little more than usual. So we might just go a little over the hour. Bear with me. Number one, I'm going to just make sure our beautiful new clients who are here feel warm, feel welcome, that you know who they are and they have what they need. Because some of you have been here for a day, some of you have been here for a week, some of you have been here for 2 months, 3 months or longer. There is no deadline to this program. There is only you taking notes, taking it in, doing your assignments and getting the results on the other side. All right. And I'm here to lovingly kick your butt. If you know me, I never say anything that I don't mean. And I am going to kick your butt into touch because you signed up for that. Okay. So if you need a cheerleader, you need to go find one. I can't be your coach and your cheerleader, although I will be the first person to edify you, compliment you, and encourage you with the results that you get along the way. There's one word and one word only that I always share with you, and that is action. Action is the only thing that's going to take you from your status quo to a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow. And I tell you what, I look in the screen here and I see many, many faces that not too long ago, some of you weeks, some of you months, just a few months were in a very, very different place. Just frustrated, feeling frumpy and working from home in your beep, beep, beep PJ, some of you. And now you're not doing that. Now you're being invited to co-host online programs, right? Now you're being invited to collaborate in business opportunities. Now you're being invited for dates that you never had before. This is the power of personal style. So if you and I haven't met, welcome. My name is Linda. I'm the founder of Linda Page and the coaching program that is Kick-Ass Confidence, although I dropped the kick-ass because some people are very uncomfortable with that. So confidence through the power of personal style. You will find, like I said, that I don't say anything I don't mean. And thank you, Raja. What a beautiful name. Thank you so much. I received that. Let me open up this chat box. That's very kind of you. Okay. One of the things that I love about this is seeing your beautiful faces and what you're wearing. And it distracts me. I could just do that all day long. This is our weekly coaching call. So we're doing new clients, making sure you have what you need. I am going to be telling you about our March call to action because guess what? Something happened to me this past weekend and I made a massive turnaround in my lifestyle. I made a massive turnaround in my decision of what I am and am not going to tolerate in my life. And I've been playing with this thing over the years, and I'm done. And I cannot tell you in the past 3 days how much power and confidence and energy it has given me. We are going on the attack on March. My people, my friends, my beautiful women who are in the Dress to Connect and the coaching program, we are going on the attack. And if you're one of those beautiful, shy, quiet, gentle, lovely women, that's okay. You can go on the attack with me. I will take you gently along. But we are going to eliminate anything that's holding you back, eliminate any fear, any work, people, relationship, other issues that are holding you back. That's number 2. And then number 3 is I am going to introduce to you and launch the much anticipated Spirit of Beauty in Africa, your first official invitation to my homeland, my country, the beautiful South Africa. You're going to be singing Nkosi Sikelele with me. We're going to be having photo shoots in the middle of safari in the Cape Winelands. We are going to be, I'm going to give you all of that detail, okay? The only prerequisite for that is that you need to have completed the coaching program, which is why this is an open mic call. This program today is open to everyone in the Dress to Connect group, women only, but I'll be giving you that detail. Okay, so I have my notes in front of me. Here we go. Make sure that you have your pen and paper in hand. Still some people coming in, and I am going to give you a whole bunch of detail. Okay, if you're ready for me, I am ready for you. So if you are brand new here, again, welcome. I've spoken with a couple of you today, and I'm very excited to welcome Jennifer and Mary Sue, who are unemployed and just turned 73 respectively. I have the highest level of respect and regard for these women who are not using their status quo or their age or their professional environment as excuses to not invest in themselves. 9 years ago, I got with my coach and mentor, Danny Johnson, who changed my life and helped me understand that the best investment I can make is in myself. I have been investing in myself for many, many years, but coaching is different than counseling. Coaching is different than training. Coaching is where someone like me is going to get you to do things that you are too scared to do, or too lazy to do, or too uncertain to do, okay? And if you're coming to South Africa, let me tell you, you and I are going to jump off a mountain and you're going to love it. There is no option on this one. And you're going to go, what? I'm like telling you, my 5-year-old jumped off this mountain. So can you, okay? You're not going to be put down now by a 5-year-old now, are you? Okay, so back to number 1. If you're new here, please make sure that you have your client welcome email in the coaching program. If you haven't received it, get hold of Cindy, the gorgeous brunette who you can see on your screen here. Cindy, if you just raise your hand, they will have spoken with you on the phone. Cindy is our gorgeous sales exec representing Linda Page globally, and she takes lots of our calls, and she is one of the ambassadors of our brand. Why? Because of her results, because of the heart behind the woman, because she's getting up, dress up, and she's putting her best foot forward, because she has ditched her excuses and she's reaching for results. That's the kind of people that we like to work with. So if you have your client welcome email, please make sure you read through it. In there is all the detail you need: how to register, how to create your own password, how to access the digital coaching program, how to book your one-on-ones with me. That's where we have gold dust conversations. Some decisions that get taken in those one-on-ones, just you and I on camera, are life-changing and have been for many people. That's where you get all the information, how to order your book, your t-shirt, your beautiful bling. By the way, if you know me, once again, you don't have to be big on bling, by the way, okay? These are some of my favorites. I surround myself by the stuff that uplifts me and energizes me. And accessories and shoes and fashion is one of them. Color is absolutely in your DNA. We are wired for color and wired for connection. And so if you have any queries and you don't know where your details are, get hold of Cindy, or in the same email, you'll see support@lindapage.com. That is where you can get hold of Jason, our operations manager, awesome guy who is always standing by to help you with any tech issues that you need help with. Do not hesitate to ask for help if you don't know how to run a Zoom call, or if you don't know how to find a certain button, okay? Everything is just a skill. Style is just a skill. Before you learned how to bake, it was just a skill, right? Riding a bike is just a skill. So your confidence is boosted by learning new skills. That's one of the 4 things I teach in my program that boost your confidence like that. And how do you learn new skills? You take action. How do you take action? You get into a coaching program, or you do something like that, okay? You hop on a plane afterwards and you come to South Africa, and boy, oh my gosh, I am just keeping calm because I'm beyond excited. Okay. And of course, if you're new here, then have a special journal or notebook for your program, the coaching program. You're going to take notes, you're going to take it in, you're going to take your time, and you and I are going to do our one-on-ones, and we're going to get you out the other side, higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, higher influence, and oftentimes higher on income, although I don't guarantee the salary increase. It just happens a lot. And if you're single, I don't guarantee the man either, but he does happen to come along. My very own beautiful mom started getting up and dressing up, and within a couple of months met an amazing man. And he said to her, wow, I've never noticed you before. And guess what? She started wearing red. She started changing her little shoes that she used to wear for some red tennis shoes and some red lipstick and a cute little denim jacket. And guess what? He lives 2 houses behind her and had never noticed her in a year. That is my precious, beautiful 67-year-old mother, who is now in a wonderful relationship. Okay, so that's new clients. We have been talking. I'm just going to summarize so you can take some bullet point notes if you're happy. Okay, let me just make sure that we have, all right, most people are on video. I can see most of you, not all of you. I want to give you a couple of tips, especially for those of you who are in business. Maybe I need to slow down. Hands up if I need to just speak a little bit slower. I just had a little bit of an idea. No? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. You've learned South African. This is me in semi-slow motion, so that's fantastic. Christian Lewis, good to see you here. Pretty too powerful. Nice to see you. Okay, Katie, Ruth, some gorgeous people that I have missed. Kelly, and Sheila's, a few people, obviously. Liga from Latvia in Europe. Nice to see you here, beautiful. Okay, we have a bunch of people that are not on video. Some are driving and some are in a public place, not able to be on video, but I fluent in South African. That's awesome, Monique. Fantastic. Okay, so we have USA, we have Europe, we have the Philippines, we have a bunch of different places. Vida, good to see you on your crutches, getting up, wearing red, my friend. That's what it's all about. That is kick-ass confidence. Okay, so we are just going to be summarizing. Let's just get this back up. We're going to be summarizing the things we've been talking about in the past while. Your confidence, your influence, and your income are all connected. And while I have a look at you right here on Zoom, what you want to do is use this kind of coaching environment, which is your training ground, right? You are a player in the game of life. So you don't have to wear what I wear. Heaven forbid, we all copy and paste, okay? That is not the game plan here. You are on a path to discover your own personal style, to establish your own boldness, your own vision for your body, your beauty, and your future. And I can help you to get there, and we do it in Dress to Connect, and we do all of it in our coaching program. But in this coaching environment, on these opportunities like this, in the webinars and the challenges that are run for free in Dress to Connect, these are all training ground opportunities that you must recognize and seize. So right now, you want to have a look around you and see whose Zoom view are you enjoying? Who pops out? Who stands out? Just realized my lights were off. Okay, so test and practice and test things before you hit play, before you go on camera. That's a good example, live in action. I planned that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so Pamela on holiday in Florida, USA. Nice, Pamela. Good to have you here. So check out the screen in front of you. Make sure you have it on gallery view. If you want to see everybody, scroll over to the next page. Or if you want the, put it on speaker view, then I will come up when I'm speaking. Somebody else will come up when she's speaking if we get there, okay? Make sure that you are looking around you and always alert at what draws your eye, what makes you think, wow, she is just really standing out and I want, what is she doing? And connect with, for example, if you like Bonnie's background, then make sure that you write down Bonnie's name and send her a private message in the chat box or get hold of her afterwards and say, hey, Bonnie, I'm loving the big, beautiful flowers behind you. Are those real? Is that your Zoom background? All right, so you want to always be learning. The value of the women here in this group is very high. The expertise, the professionalism, the experience, the heart, the value, the caring, the passion, the compassion. You want to be connecting with each other here. A lot of people have gone on to do business together and have formed amazing friendships. All right, so there is no confidence or influence or amazing opportunity to be achieved if you don't have number one, which is a vision. Man without a vision will perish. For those of you who believe in the biblical version of vision, which is what I do. And not everyone believes the same thing. And that's not just okay. It's a very, very good thing. We need diversity. Diversity is essential. So one of the things that impacts your beauty and your confidence is you need to make sure that you are dropping your judgments over those around you. So if somebody is wearing big, bold bling and you think, oh, it's too much, then why? Why is it too much? And does it put you off? Does it stop you from connecting from that person? If someone is very quiet and wears teeny tiny accessories and is wearing no makeup and is very plain and is quite subdued in her look, do you think like, well, that's probably not someone I'm going to get along with? Drop your judgments. I hope someone's writing that down because someone's catching them. Your judgments hold you back in confidence, hold you back in opportunity, hold you back in relationship and in income. You become known for your judgment. How? Because it just falls out of your mouth. Falls out of your mouth. If you don't like the way that somebody speaks or cusses or dresses, it's going to hold you back. So you need to get out of your own way. And you just take action in the direction of your identity. That's what I've done since a very, very young age, overcoming a lot of abuse, physical, sexual, emotional, being raised in 6 or 7 different homes. I saw a lot, I went through a lot. And by the time I was 17, it's fair to say I was all messed up. The beautiful irony that I'm coaching confidence and beauty and love your body today is one of the biggest blessings in my life. But I took action in the direction of my identity, and where there was fear is where I went. In your life, where there is fear is where you must go. You don't want to go paragliding, you're scared of heights, come to South Africa, and you will go home a changed woman. And if you're scared to wear that red dress, come and jump off a mountain. The red dress will look like nothing when you get home. There is a way to overcome your fears and your concerns and your fear of man, and it also starts with you dropping your judgments about how somebody speaks, dresses, lives their life, is married, is not married. Your faith is precious to you, and it's respected and hopefully accepted by those in your community, in your life. Your environment is everything. So you need to do the same for others. If they believe in a different God or the same God or various gods or no God, don't let that stand in your way. It will block your influence. Drop your judgments. You need to have a vision. Why? Because you were designed to shine. You were designed to arise and shine. Your light is a powerful, purposeful thing. It is a gift not to be hidden. It is not yours to hide. Your light and your life are not yours to hide. I know what I'm talking about, man. I did this for a long time. I also, for many years when I was very young, and at 17, no job, no car, no home, no education, no confidence, I had started studying what the successful people out there were doing, and most of them were dressing well. Most of them had a certain confident posture. Most of them spoke in a certain way. Most of them had strong eye contact, strong facial body language. All of this is in my coaching program that I started watching and copying. I had no money to invest in anything. I used to have popcorn for dinner many times. If I'm going to have no food and no money, I'm going to eat popcorn. That's probably why I had a lot of gut issues over the years. And I spent the money that I had on my personal style, because the rags that I had were not going to get me through open doors. What I wore and how I dressed got me noticed, invited, recruited, headhunted. I went from unemployed to headhunted all over the world. 33-year career in 44 countries. And I got to tell you that the more I learn, the hungrier and the more humble I get, because I'm like, my gosh, there is so much more to learn. But your body, your beauty has a purpose and a power. You must establish a vision for your beauty and your future. What is your vision? How do you want to be perceived? By what you're wearing day to day, do you know how people perceive you? Do you ever ask anyone? By a show of hands. You have a 3-year-old on the sleepwalk. Oh, okay. Call is at 6. Bethany, you're awesome. Love your little look-alike little girl. By a show of hands, has anybody in the past 3 months asked anybody else whose opinion they respect how they come across? Hands up high so I can see you. Okay, and it's always the minority. Asking someone whose opinion you respect, not your mother or your lover or your brother, okay, but someone who you know is going to give it to you straight. Tell me, please, how do I come across? Do I come across aggressive? Do I come across as a know-it-all? Do I talk a lot, or am I asking questions? Am I engaged? Don't offer them descriptions, but ask them, how do I come across? And be ready for the answers that you may not want. That is maturity. That is self-confidence. That is going to grow you. You want to hear those answers, because you might hear somebody saying to you, you never ask questions. It's usually all about you. And listen, I love you. We've been friends for 10 years, but when I get together with you, it's all about you. I mean, like, that is something you want to know. That is something that you want to hear. That is going to grow your leadership. So we are designed, you and I, to inspire, to create, and to bring something beautiful and powerful and valuable to our corner of the world. Every single one of you here today is not here by mistake hearing this message today. You chose to come here. There is a message and a call to action for you here. And you have it in your DNA to bring something special to the world. But to do that, you must work on yourself first. I know what I'm talking about, man. I try to do it the other way for years. I try to be the coach in my 20s. I was in my 30s, and I've been working a long time. I've been doing senior negotiation, sales, and purchasing training for a long, long time. I've worked with some of the biggest corporate brands in the world. I've been on Nelson Mandela's PR and communications team. What I was missing was getting myself grounded and rooted, falling in love with the woman in the mirror. Not trying to be everyone's inspiration, not trying to help others, not before I help myself. That's when everything turned around for me. That's when business exploded. That's when my marriage was really restored. That's when I found that there was more fun in how I was parenting, because I can be quite a kick-ass mom, you probably can tell. And I realized, man, my kids, I had to hear this a few years ago, like, Mom, you're awesome, we love you. And I said, am I fun? They're like, I'm like, no, am I fun? No. So, okay, that's got to change. It's got to change. So I went to work on myself 9 years ago, and I continue. I still got 2 coaches in my life, and I have to have my butt kicked. If no one's kicking your butt, then you're going nowhere, friend. You're going nowhere. And I think America, if I may say, America is one of the countries in the world that is the smartest when it comes to having coaches. Americans, and I'm generalizing, of course, not every American, but Americans seem to understand that it's a smart and wise thing, like a professional athlete, to have a coach who will kick you and push you toward your goals. Europe is not the same way. Britain is most certainly not the same way. I lived in Britain for 17 years. If you have a coach, they think, what's wrong with you? You should know this by now. It's a very immature professional environment when it comes to personal development and professional skills development. I worked in that environment in London and all over the world for a long time. So you guys in America, you've got it straight. And that's where my coach came from. That's where she is from, is America. Okay. So in terms of, I don't know, we spoke about this recently, so I'm just summarizing again. If you are still trying to fit in, I had an awesome conversation with a stunning woman today. And she was talking about how she was invited to this event, and she went there and just felt so self-conscious and couldn't make confident conversation, and it just didn't feel like she fitted in, right? And I'm sure we've all been through that. Hands up if you have. Have you ever been in an environment where you don't feel like you fit in? There's a reason for that, because fitting in my experience, is conforming. How do I know? Because if you want to fit into that crowd, don't they kind of all look the same? Don't they speak the same? Don't they eat and drink the same stuff? You don't want to fit in, man. You want to stand out. Why? Because then you catch someone's eye and you catch opportunity and you open doors. So your influence and your confidence will expand when you stop trying to fit in. And thank you to that woman. I don't know if she's here. I hope that she is. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for saying at the age of 40 odd, that you still have those challenges. The good news is you don't have to fit in anymore. I stopped trying that a long time ago, and there is freedom in not fitting in. There is freedom in walking away from the fear of man, walking away. And how do you walk away? It's all in my coaching program. You do the very thing that makes you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to go scarlet red, and I can't even imagine, I can't do that. That's what you do. That's what I did year after year after year. I went and did the things that I thought were cringeworthy. They were going to put me in. It was going to break. I wanted to annihilate the chains of fear of man, of being worried about strange people's opinion and judgment and rejection. I would not have it in my life anymore. And that's what changed. To do that, you need vision. To do that, you need a process with tools. To do that, in my experience, it's best achieved in a community of like-minded people like this, where it's safe, on a similar journey, and with accountability and mentorship. That's how I've got the very best results, because you know that what you wear impacts everything. And I am thrilled to see so many of you. And a couple of months ago, I asked you, in fact, this is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I have, let's see where I've got the most video access. It's page 1. All right, page 1. And this, I'm going to call you out by name. Okay, so Cindy, Bonnie, Mary Lou, had a beautiful Mary Lou. Larissa, Belinda, Stephanie Farmer, Sheila Broaden, Kelly, Liga, Pamela. If there's two Pamelas, that means both of you. Ruth, Christian Lewis, Eva, Bethany, Charlene, Sarah Breaker, no video, Melanie Weaver, Katie, Renee, and Merle. Would you please stand up so I can see your full body? Go for it, stand up. Merle Prinsley, hello, beautiful. So good to see you here. Oh my gosh, I've loved chatting with you. By the way, if you can see Merle, this is my high school English teacher from too long ago. A gorgeous, petite, beautiful little woman who has still, I'm sure, the best posture. She used to sit on a little bar stool in our English class like a beautiful model, just sitting upright. I'm like, wow. Even then, when I was like, what, 15, 16, I noticed body language and confidence and posture. Okay, so you're standing up. I'm not seeing pajamas. I'm seeing beautiful white jeans. I'm seeing gorgeous color. Oh, Stephanie, nice. I love my body t-shirt. Christian Lewis, waistcoat. I love it. And those jeans. Eva in Latvia. Yes. Melanie Weaver. Okay, I can't see anyone else. Sarah Breaker, nice. Charlene, I'm loving your progress. I'm loving every single thing I'm seeing lately. Bethany, can't see you. Okay, I know you've got a little girl there beside you. That's great. Can't see everyone. Bonnie, good job. Cindy, a cute little off-shoulder little thing you got going there. I love it. I'm going to go on to page 2. Minita, hello, gorgeous. And Renee, I'm loving that color on you. I'm going to go over to page 2. If I didn't call your name before, won't you go ahead and stand up anyway? There's a bunch of you who are not on camera and obviously not able to be, but I want you to stand up and I want to see what you're wearing. All right, 1 or 2 can't, that's fine. I see. Okay, Ruth, nice. Ruth, I love your office. I love that Zoom environment. Very pro, and then you are in a very senior professional environment professionally, so that really suits you. I love it. Okay, I saw most of you standing up. You'll be shocked and horrified. And I shared this recently. I interviewed someone for, we've hired like 5 people lately. I couldn't do this without you, by the way, just so you know. What I'm doing is through you, with you, for women like you, and you and I are getting up, dressing up, and we're changing lives. Don't think you're here just for you. There is a leadership calling on your life, and it is not just about you. The bonus is you just get to look and feel pretty and better and more confident as you go along. But the leadership calling on your life is beyond you. If you don't know that, I'm here to tell you that. So there are women in this group and coming more and more to the fold, out of the cold, because a lot of women are going through divorce. They're away from their families, out of abusive marriages, out of their 3rd and 4th relationships, being made redundant, going through cancer. You have no idea what they're going through. And when you get up, dress up, and you're that bold light on a hill, and you take your focus off of yourself, and you position yourself with confidence and with strong personal style, and you walk into the grocery store, or you walk into your office or at work, and you smile, especially if it's red lipstick or hot pink or something that you enjoy, you catch someone's eye, and you catch the opportunity to edify. And recently, I interviewed a woman, beautiful woman, amazing, gorgeous, skilled, and I asked her to stand up on our Zoom call. And because she said to me right before, she said, I'm all in, like I'm 100% committed. I said, okay, show me. Won't you stand up for me? And she was not 100% committed. She was 50% from the waist up committed. It's okay to wear shorts. I could wear a blazer and, you know, and a nice top and shorts and shoes. And by the way, it's been shoes day. Got my new bling. I have to show you that. Sissy boy. Okay, bling is my thing, okay? It doesn't have to be yours, but you've got to find the thing that motivates you. What motivates. So she stood up and I could see it was just messy, tardy, and you're on an interview for like the job that you say like you really, really want. Come on now. It's not the reason that she wasn't hired. Somebody else got the job, but it is a reason that contributed to her not getting the job. So someone is always watching you. Someone is always looking. Someone is always needing your leadership and your inspiration and your guidance. Okay, let's move on. That's why it's important to invest in yourself. Like gorgeous woman who's 39, I spoke to today, unemployed, living in a new state in the USA, no network, no community, no friends, brand new environment. And instead of using the excuse that she has no job right now, she's investing in herself. She's brand new in this coaching program. She wants to blast out her self-confidence and move forward with her profession. Then we have 73-year-old beautiful Mary Sue. I don't know if Mary Sue is here. 73, just sold her restaurant and now wants to launch an online business. These are the women that we do life with. And you attract who you are. So that's on you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being that bold light. Okay, so beauty is, as we've spoken about, body, mind, soul. It is your mind, also referred to as your soul, heart, and body. I am turning 50 in May. So fun to see everyone stand up. No camera today. Yes, Grace. Awesome. Nice to have you here, Grace. Grace is one of the women you want to connect with. Diligent, professional, compassionate, caring, incredible woman that you want to make friends with. Okay. So I'm turning 50 in May, and I don't know where you're at. Maybe you're like 40-ish, 50-ish, 60-ish, 70-ish. Most of us are, I'd say, like probably 40 to 65 is the average age here. Some are younger and some are older, and that's fantastic. And we celebrate our age here. We celebrate every single year. That is a God-given gift. It's not hidden. It's not something to be, it is not rude to ask a lady her age. If anybody asks me when I'm 93 and I'm on my little crutch and I've got my red lipstick and my bling somewhere, I'm going to go 90 damn well 3. Nice to meet you. And I'm going to own it. And you should own it as well. All right. So 50 in May, and I'm telling you this because I had an issue. Your body obviously is connected to your beauty, your confidence, your self-esteem, and everything. And you know, if you've been here long enough, that I Love My Body is a campaign that I've been running for years and years now. We even have t-shirts. Beautiful. Stephanie has hers on, and it says I love my body. You get it in red, white, or in charcoal gray. If you're not in our coaching program, go to www.lindapage.com, and you'll see at the top there the shop tab. There you can get my book, which, by the way, is going on special soon from $79 to $49. It's a big, thick, beautiful, chunky, coffee table looking, glossy, gorgeous, bigger than A4 book, loaded with stories, capsule wardrobe, accessories, hair, makeup, the works, and inspiring stories of women just like you who have gone from frumpy, frustrated, shopping, hating shopping, full closet, nothing to wear, to actually getting up, dressing up, and being powerful, beautiful leaders in their community and in the marketplace. So you want to go and check that out. But something happened on Saturday, and I made a major turnaround. If you've known me and we work together, then you'll also know that I have a few mentors in my life who have gone before me. Like, everyone has gone before us, and we're not the first, we won't be the last. I believe that life is a marathon, and we pass the baton, and it's a relay, and we're supposed to do better and pass on better, so that we raise up a stronger legacy, right? And so Marianne Shearer has been my health mentor for 21, almost 22 years. I met her quite some time ago. I'm not doing the math now. I have other strengths, other skills than doing math on the fly. Okay, so almost 22 years ago. And this is a woman who I trust more than any other person on the planet with my health. I am not a health guru. I am not a healthcare professional. I'm not in the healthcare business. I also don't refer anyone who I haven't personally experienced myself, and nor does anybody on the planet pay me to refer their product or their service. The jewelry that I sell exclusively, I don't get paid for. I believe it's the best on the planet. The products that I use, or the people that I use, I believe they are the best on the planet, because when I'm looking for something, I will stop at nothing to find who I believe is going to give me the best results, because I'm pretty damn competitive. I don't just want good, I want amazing results. If I'm going to put my time and my money and my effort into something. So Marianne Shearer is also an amazing friend, and she's going to kick my butt. I'm seeing her on Friday. And she is the founder of something called The Natural Way. So a couple of upfront things, okay? Those of you who are not plant-based whole food eaters, please do not have a wobbly. I'm not about to transfer you into a vegan mindset. I'm not about to convert you. What I am saying is I've been playing around with my health for some time now, and I've had gut issues for the longest time. I was raised on white bread with Marmite and pork once a week, for goodness sake. I didn't know what water was, didn't really know what fruit was. And I can tell you, the people who raised me, I believe, did the best that they could. There's no doubt about it. They were not maliciously trying to harm me, but I didn't know good food. And so as a consequence, I've had many, many major issues. A year ago, my thyroid came to a standstill, and I had no bowel movement for 39 days, unaided, 39 days. So it gives, my husband loves I told you you're full of shit, babes. I'm like, that's just evidence scientifically. So short version is, Saturday was the first time that my health, based on my choices, and this is applicable to you as well. You've got to think about this now in your body, because we're doing this in March. We're attacking a couple of things in March together. For the first time ever, I was not able to get on a plane and go with my family to a couple of hours state away in Johannesburg to see extended family one of whom is a beautiful family member who's undergoing severe chemotherapy right now. And because of my gut issues, I couldn't get on a plane, I couldn't go with them, and they went without me because obviously they should, and they had to. So my husband and kids went, and I cried a river that morning because it's my decision what I put in my body, and I've been playing around for far too long. I made a decision that morning. I went for a walk. I made a commitment to my God and to myself. I am now for the rest of my life plant-based. Why? Because I know I've been researching and studying this for 22 years. I've written exams with Mary Ann. I've done a UNISA level, everything. Knowledge is not power, my friend. Knowledge is not power. You can know everything there is to know about your health, about your beauty, about gut, about mind, about everything, about relationship, about business, about marketing. Knowledge is not power. It is the application of that knowledge that changes your life. So I made that decision on Saturday, and I made such a powerful decision. I walked myself so much back into energy, and I spoke with my little girl who was like begging me to come. And so I caught a later plane, and I went there, and I made the weekend events anyway. And I have made a lifelong commitment. I wasn't raised on meat. I'm telling you this for a reason, because we're going to be doing something in March together. Your eating preferences, your lifestyle, your healthcare, your body, they are a powerful part of your influence, your profession, your income, how you do life, who you do life with. And what we put in our bodies is a very powerful choice we make every single day. I don't mind a bit of chicken. I wasn't raised on meat, so fortunately, I don't miss it much. I do love white fish with a beautiful white wine. I love chicken every now and again. It does not work in my body. I get constipated and I blow up like a Toby fish and I get sick. But I've been playing around. I'm not doing that anymore. So shock and horror, I have lost 7 pounds in 2 days. Just that decision alone. 7 pounds in 2 days. Yes, I had to do a little bit of a cleanse. 7 pounds, how to lose weight. 7 pounds in 2 days with someone who's not a healthcare specialist. This is not a weight loss message. This is a beauty and confidence and power message for your life. You don't want to miss next Tuesday's coaching call, the 1st of March, same Zoom link. I'm going to make it an open call again, and I'm going to be leading you to something that has changed my life. It did a year ago, and I played around, and I'm back with it now. It's really, really, really important that you make a decision. So between now and next Tuesday, if you're going to join us again, you make a decision. How is your health? How is your gut? How is your body, and how is it impacting your confidence, your profession, your income, your relationships, and your lifestyle? And age has got nothing to do with it. Anyway, so that's enough detail on that. All right. So what we're going to be doing is eliminating any obstacles in your life next week. We're going to be taking them one by one by one. That's the only thing on the agenda. Eliminating obstacles, whether they are people, whether they are relationships, whether they are your work environment, or food, or fear, or other. Eliminating them, and we are going on the attack, because if you want to play to win, you can't do it defensively. You have to go on the offensive. That's what we're going to be doing together. All right, so moving on. One of the keys there is, and we'll be talking about it next week, is routine. By a show of hands, could I see, please, how many people here, and have a look at the answers. It's really, really, Monique, yes, Monique is someone, a beautiful client that I led to Mary Ann. And this girl, type in there, Monique, how much weight have you lost? It's not a weight loss thing. Weight loss is like an amazing byproduct if you have it to lose. Some people need to bulk up. But this is such a powerful impact on your confidence, such a powerful, since I did this, and since I made this decision, this turnaround, I had a major new inspiration at the airport yesterday of a brand new project that's going to impact you. So it's just to getting stuff out of the way. 43 pounds, okay? And I'm going to tell you how. So it's not just going there and doing something. There is a way to do it. There are many options, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Monique, you're phenomenal. Yes, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Absolutely. Hippocrates, right? So Monique, you have flipping crushed it, girl. I'm telling you, and I'm loving, and you're still getting up, dressing up, declaring, I love my body. And anyway, you and I will have a chat sometime. So routine, by a show of hands. Is anyone really good in a daily routine every single day? Hands up. Every single day, daily routine. And I want you to put them up high. So I'm talking about you get up, dress up, you have the same routine every single day, and you stick to it consistently, like you are rigid with it. Okay, most people are not. Hello, beautiful Estella, I just saw you. Most people aren't, right? So this is, now I've got someone in my life who's gorgeous, and she's like, oh, she is a stickler for her routine. She's beautiful. Her name's Janet. She's a friend of mine. And she's like, but I'm so boring because I'm so routined. Let me tell you something. Routine is not boring. Routine is rad. If you feel like routine, that's awesome, Renee. To be rigid is fantastic with your routine. Routine, you don't get anywhere in the life you want to live unless you have routine. And obviously the right routine. You can have the wrong routine and really screw things up. But you want the right routine in the right environment for the right reasons, heading toward the right goals of the life that you want to live. Routine is rad. If you need to put that somewhere and inspire yourself to get into a routine, then that's something you've got to do. Okay, because vision plus action plus routine. I wrote down here somewhere else for that myself the other day. I'm like, vision, action, routine, that produces discipline and that produces results. And some of you here are with me on the 75 hard. We are on day 9 of hashtag 75 hard. Some of you have done it with me before on the treadmill right now. Routine, get up and exercise. Nice, Grace. I love it. So 75 hard is another thing that we're going to be debriefing. Remember on the 26th, that's this weekend on Saturday. Make a note of it. On this Saturday, we are getting together online and we're celebrating your 26 days of back-to-back I Love My Body. There are women here who've been getting up, dressing up, wearing certain things and dressing and declaring over themselves and publicly, I love my body. I'm about to run a small series of workshops at my little girl's beautiful school. It's one of only 3 of its kind. It's called the Green School in South Africa. And I'm going to be talking body, beauty, and kind, creative, confident kids through the power of fashion, through color, through texture, through having fun with fashion and self-expression. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next week. Now, all right, now, you know what? Let's change it up. So ask me any questions while you have this. We are going to South Africa, okay? I'm not going to get completely naked. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't get nervous, because you know me. Sometimes I do break out with some crazy stuff. But if you know me, you also know that I really believe that when you change your outfit and you wear something different, it does absolutely change your mood. So we are going to South Africa. If you have been with me for some time, you will know that I've been working on this project for the longest time. Cindy Cox-Steed, you have an all expenses paid trip to South Africa because of your results, because of who you are, because of the ambassador that you are for our brand. And you are going to love it. Okay, so wait a minute. I'll be back. We're going to South Africa. Get your pen ready. This is one of my sachets. If you know me, I love long sachets like this. And so I thought, okay, we're going to go to South Africa. Let's get a little leopard print in there. And here we go. So far, this round of 75 hard has been easier to stick to. Renee, that's fantastic. That is awesome. Okay. Would love to visit and experience your beautiful homeland. Well, here comes your invitation, my gorgeous Monique, okay? I'm going to share the screen, and I want you, please, with a show of hands, just to give me a thumbs up when you see... Oh, Renee, wait, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet. And what I'm going to show you is the program, couple of pictures, the pricing options, and then we're going to go over the hour. As I said, if you're not here for South Africa, you're so welcome to leave us, but don't miss this invitation. You'd be crazy. This is like Wonder Woman with costume change, yes. So the pricing details, price options, single sharing with or without a partner. We have so many names on our list who have been staying for the last, how long? Please register my interest for the South African trip. We can only take 20 women. It is going to be a rush to the first come, first serve booking. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through the detail. What I want to show you here is a very simple, high-level brochure that some of you will have seen already. And I'm going to take you through the itinerary. Then I'm going to give you the breakdown of the market-related tour operator costed price we were given for this trip, which is why it's taken so long, because number one, I fired my first tour operator. They were not proactive enough and they didn't give us the right anything. And we have fantastic people on board right now, experienced 25 years in South Africa. Obviously, I am born and raised 30 years in South Africa. A lot of my staff are as well. My husband and business partner is as well. You're not just getting a trip to South Africa. It's 9.5, 10 days. You're not going on holiday. You're not going abroad. This is intended and designed to change your life. I have been working on this for a very, very, very long time. And I know that the people who are going to be on this trip are the women who need to be on this trip. So here we go. I'm going to share with you. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see what I'm seeing, please. All right, great. Okay, super. So I'm just going to give you a very simple view of the 10 days or the 9 days, and then we're going to break it down in program and in price. Okay, this is our very first ever international live client event. We have been wanting to do this for a while. Obviously, the last 2 years or so have not made it possible. We were going to go to Italy, but I think it's fantastic that we're going to start in South Africa. And this has become something far more special than Italy was ever going to be. So it's called Spirit of Beauty in South Africa. We are starting on the 25th of October, and you head back home on the 3rd of November. You can get a copy of this brochure. It has been posted in the Dress to Connect group as well. But at the end of our chat here, or right now, if you want to, Cindy, you can by all means go ahead and drop the brochure link in here. Otherwise, you can go to Dress to Connect and look under featured posts, and you will find it there. So we're going to have 3 days broken up over 3 different locations. We're going to the city and the beaches. We're going to on safari, and we are going to the Cape Winelands, which is where I live right now. All right, so day 1, I'm not going to go into all the detail. Of course, there are surprises on this program that I'm not going to tell you about, obviously, because I'm going to keep some of that for when you get here. It's going to be mind-blowing. So we're going to have 3 days in Cape Town, V&A waterfront, beautiful beaches, options between paragliding and helicopter rides. We are going to be going up Table Mountain. You can abseil down if you want. You can go back down by cable car if you want. We are going to be going to Robben Island. This is Nelson Mandela country and territory. Everything that you've read about him is true and more. When I met the man and I shook his hand for 3 seconds, I felt like I was the only person alive. His communication and people skills were absolutely of the best I have ever encountered, which is why people skills, I believe, are the most powerful skill you and I can learn, and how we dress, obviously, is a powerful people skill. So we're going to be going to Robben Island, doing 1 or 2 other things. And this trip alone, by the way, now I asked them to give me some market-related costs. So this includes everything, right? We are talking, we're going to have our own full trip videographer and our photographer. We're going to have training workshops. I'm going to be coaching with you well in advance of the trip of what you're going to need for every single day for travel, for your photo shoots. So how to pack, what to pack, how to mix and match, so that for the first time you go on a trip like this, not overpacked, but know you have exactly what you need and 1 or 2 backup items. We're going to have our own photographer, so you have the whole trip recorded for you, not just by way of selfie. Heather is a very, very special friend of mine from high school days, who is a highly sought after photographer here in South Africa. She is booked out years in advance, and I managed to secure her for this trip. And she is just you will become very good friends with her. She's phenomenal. We're going to be having 2 photo shoots. We're going to be having professional hair and makeup artists. We're going to be having our own guide, food, accommodation, drinks with every single dinner, travel, shuttle transfers, all the activities, workshops. Your partner is included if you so wish, and I'll give you the pricing. Every single thing is included. All that you have to cover is your spending money and your flight to get here. That's it. Everything else is covered here. So for a 3-day excursion, like what we were planning, in the city, the first 3 days, the market, and it was like just over $3,000. The market related price came back quoted at, let's round it off at $3,000. Then we're going to go and head over into the bush, and we're going on safari. Gondwana is a beautiful 5-star game lodge. Absolutely. I have checked out every single one of these venues myself. It is a stunning the big 5 game lodge. Beautiful people, service is absolutely phenomenal. And we saw on our first game drive 3 of the big 10, I'd say, in the first half an hour. Just a stunning, beautiful, incredible place where I intend to give you assignments and space to draw your inspiration from creation, which is what I teach in my coaching program. What to wear, what colors, how to mix and match it, what goes with what. Does blue go with brown? Well, I don't know, look around. Does blue go with brown? Creation is our most powerful source of inspiration. That safari, for how we were planning it at the 5-star level with private, all kinds of things planned for you, was quoted at $5,000. Then we're going to move on to the Cape Winelands. And so here you've got to immerse yourself, right? You have to picture yourself. One of the photo shoots is going to happen here in Gondwana at the Bush Lodge. So I'm going to be helping you to choose not a thing like this. If you want to wear leopard print, then that's cool, but that's also very dumb. There is nothing wrong with wearing a stunning, drop-dead, blood-red, gorgeous velvet red gown on the African landscape with a couple of zebras behind you. That is just, so we're going big here. These pictures you come home with that are going to be taken for you, paid for and edited for you, are going to be ready for you to enlarge and print and hang on your wall at home so that you can see the spirit of beauty in you that I see and that we all see. All right, and you can bless your partner, your husband, or your boyfriend, or your future man with these gifts. So then we're going to be moving on to the Winelands. We will have our second photo shoot there as well. This is part leisure, part training, and part mainly celebrating you and your spirit of beauty, boosting your confidence, boosting your self-esteem, so that you ditch those second-guessing, self-doubting days that you've lived with thus far. And by the way, it happens with every woman. No matter how bold or confident or accomplished a woman is, every single woman has those self-doubting, second-guessing days. So then we're going to go into the Cape Winelands, absolutely stunning, 5-star, beautiful place called Lanzarek Wine Estate, just the most incredible views. Even I mean, I'm from this country, I live in the winelands, and even my breath was taken away. I'm like, man, the photo shoot opportunities here are phenomenal. They are really treating us with private receptions, welcome receptions, private dining halls. The spa alone is, anyway, you'll see the pictures. There'll be an e-brochure that'll be following this brochure here, and photo shoots and everything else included here. All expenses paid, was quoted at also just over $3,000. So let's call that 3. So 5, 8, so that's, so far that's $11,000, okay? Then we're going to be having confidence on camera, confidence in the marketplace workshop is also going to be included in the last 3 days of the program. And I'm going to be exposing you to none other than the best negotiation coach on the planet, my husband and my business partner, Jan Potgieter, who is negotiation coach to the likes of the head legal counsel of Adidas Global and Nokia, Vodafone, Network Rail, Pfizer. This is a man who has traveled 65 countries, launched a one-man business just under 20 years ago and went global and is preferred provider to some of the biggest brands in the world. He was negotiation coach and consultant to the biggest sports negotiation deal in history, which is Manchester United in Europe. So his experience, his expertise, his heart to see people, and especially women, by the way, since he's seen what's happening with Linda Page, he is all for giving as much as he can. And I've convinced him to do a short workshop for you. Those of you, whether you're in business, run your own business, if you're in corporate, whether you're a homeschooling mom, negotiation is something that you need to understand how to do. So we're going to be kicking off with that workshop. Jan obviously has paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just for a keynote speech. And he is giving you a crazy amount of value. So workshops plus Jan plus a whole bunch of other things. The total program, okay, so we're going to be in the Winelands. There's going to be spa, there's going to be shopping, there's going to be photo shoot. We're going to be going to Stellenbosch. All of these places you can research by yourself. I'm going to be helping you. I'm going to be with you every single day of the trip. This wasn't the original plan up front, but I'm going to be with you from day 1, departing on day 10, which means that you're going to get me as well, right? So you're getting me for, hang on a second, let's take the share away. All right, so what you're getting, and this is a very important part of the program, is I have intentionally not overloaded the program. I want there to be space so that in between, you and I can catch them one-on-one time. So with 33 years experience in business in the marketplace over 44 countries, I have from my very early career days, experience in recruitment and training, hiring and training people into leadership positions, building and expanding businesses. I've been in hospitality. I've been on Nelson Mandela's PR and communications team. I've won sales negotiation awards thanks to my husband, who I learned from. Been all over the world. And obviously being an entrepreneur and owning my own business for the last while and now having 2 businesses, my job is to look for opportunities to connect one-on-one with the women on this trip so that I can feed into your skill set and into what you're doing and help you to establish and strengthen your vision and your moving forward toward what you want to do. That is going to be a major part of the program. All right, so we were quoted $14,700 for this 9-day trip, all expenses included from start to finish, return to the airport, 14,700, which is not an option for me because that's just, I know we can do better. And we started, as I said, with one tour operator, we moved on to the other. And with everything, all expenses paid, we started working the last 3 months on going dollar for dollar, bringing the price down. We have changed the wine farm. We have changed the hotel. We have changed just about everything, not compromising on standards. These are 5-star level experiences and destinations and events. Enjoy today with you. Got to go. That's awesome, Bonnie. Catch the rest of the recording on the program. So the whole program, there is somebody else waiting to get in. I got him. Okay. So what we have, and you'll see in the e-brochure link that I'm going to send you after this. So check out your chat box as soon as we're done, as soon as I'm giving the pricing. The e-brochure is going to have a full page, several pages of detail, pricing options, details on every location. But what you've got, for example, is Table Mountain, Robben Island. We've got things like sunset champagne cruises on the ocean front in V&A, other things we're not going to tell you about. All the game drives, by the way, morning and evening are included on Safari. If you've never been on that, that is fantastic. 5-star wine estate, wine tasting, wine and photo shoot, gala dinners, the works. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the detail. $14,700 was not an option. We managed to bring it down to 12,000, just under 12,000, and then we continued working on it. Short version is we have got it to a number that I think that I'm happy with. I know we can't get it less than this because we have a highly personalized, customized, and tour guided program for our clients. You're going to have the option of booking your place as a single client. You're going to have a single as in just you. You're going to have the option to share with a partner, and your partner's cost, by the way, includes all of the activities. It's a lower price than yours. It includes everything, of course, except the photo shoots and the hair and makeup stylists. And you're going to have the option to share as 2 clients for the duration. All the rooms, the villas, everything are all executive level, 5-star, plenty space, plenty wardrobe space. I have been to scout and check every single one of these venues myself. So here's money, honey. Grab your pen, and this is what it's going to cost you. So not 14,700 and not just under 12, for an individual client to come onto the Spirit of Beauty in South Africa trip, the single upfront price is 9,495. 9,495 is what you get the price for all in, and that is for upfront payment, and that is for you as an individual, and you get your own room the whole way through. You get your private room in the 5-star hotel, in the 5-star Bush Lodge, and in everything else. 9,495, and that's for an individual client who's coming alone and wants to have a single room the whole way through. You have the option to pay that over 3 different terms as well. The dates, I know the dates are, you can pay up front, or you can pay 15 March, 30 May, and 30 July over a 3 payment period. 15 March is the first payment, 30 May, and 30 July. The price is higher if you take the terms, obviously. Upfront payment is first come, first served. There are only a few slots for upfront payment, and that's all in 9,495. If you are coming with a partner, as in your boyfriend or your husband or your significant other, then your price is 9,495, and his price is 6,500, which is a phenomenal price that we negotiated on every level. He gets access to every single thing, all the activities, all the facilities, accommodation, food, drinks, everything. All that he doesn't get, obviously, is hair and makeup and the photo shoots and the related photo shoot facilities. But so that is 6,500 for your partner. If you decide that you want to, as 2 clients, share a room together to bring costs down, then you can choose to come as 2 clients into a sharing package, which means you share a room the whole way through. It doesn't mean that you're going to be with the same person, by the way. One of the most important things about your influence and about your confidence and expanding your network is spending time with different people. So you may have really bonded here with somebody, but it doesn't mean that you and somebody are going to be room buddies the whole way through. Unless there is a special request for that for some reason, in which case I'm more than happy to take those requests. But you will be in a sharing situation with a client all the way through, and the rooms are absolutely huge and beautiful and stunning. So if you decide to do a client share, that's 2 of you in a room, the price goes from 9,495 down to 8,200. That's a good $1,200, almost $1,300 saving. All right, so let me summarize. Single individual client with your own private room the whole way through, 9,495. With a partner, he pays 6,500. If you're doing a client share, 2 of you in a room, it's 8,200 all in. You can pay, those are the upfront prices. You can opt to pay over 3 payment terms, paying on the 15th of March, the 30th of May, and the 30th of July is the final payment due. That secures your seat. And that means the price is higher, but you get you paid over between now and the end of July, the 1st of August. All right. And so all you need to take care of is your own flight and your own spending money. Every single other thing is included. There is nothing else that's going to fall outside of this cost. The most important thing you need to remember when I give you the link just now is that on 1 p.m. on the 25th of October, so that's day 1, we are going to be meeting at 1 o'clock sharp outside the hotel, where we're going to be having a beautiful under umbrella champagne reception and arrival for you. And we're going to be discussing the itinerary, who's doing what and where you're going, what the options are, what the men are going to be doing if they're with you, and answering any questions and meeting and greeting, which is going to be exciting. That is day 1, 1 p.m. on the 25th is when we kick off, and that is a hard stop. Okay, so as far as pricing and payment is concerned, if you have any questions, I'm going to be dropping a link in now to the e-brochure. It's a very, very detailed brochure built by our tour operator, phenomenal, highly professional guys. Your next step is as follows. You're going to get the link to the e-brochure and you're going to read through it. Okay, there's lots and lots of amazing detail between the accommodation and then the wine and then the tour and then the days and logistics and the maps. And it's an incredible amount of information and data and pricing and options that you want to read through carefully. Do remember, we have to take it first come, first served. Okay, so the PDF that so there's not a link there, Cindy. So if you want to attach the brochure, then the easiest way is to get it in Dress to Connect. Otherwise you can, yeah, that's the easiest way, is to get it in Dress to Connect. You can attach your file here, but let's just do Dress to Connect at the top under feature. But anyway, what I showed you just now is the sample brochure. What's coming now is the link that I'm going to be dropping here that is going to be taking you to the detailed brochure. So if you have a look at that, then you'll read through everything. If you want to book, there is a book now button at the very top. Once you go to book now, you choose option 1, option 2, or option 3, and then you choose upfront or you choose payment options. Okay. Once you book now, you will get an email confirmation from our office, which also goes to the tour operator, confirming that your provisional seat has been booked. Provisional. If you want to pay up front and get the upfront price and you pay, you'll receive another email saying you're locked in, you're confirmed, this seat is taken. All right, and then you're confirmed, I get notified, and you go into my private program. You'll get that email, maximum 20 people. We have space for 20, and we have half of that space can take partners. So we either are going to take 30 clients first come, first served, or we're going to, if you want to, and this is a life-changing trip, if you want to bring your husband, you have to be smart and you have to be fast. If you're bringing your partner or your boyfriend or your husband, we take 20 clients with 10 partners, or it's first come, first served. All 30 clients are booked and coming single. There's no space for partners. Okay. So do remember that. Make sure that you get all the information you need and book now. So do what you have to do, guys. If you need to work harder, work more, sell something, save, do what you have to do to make this happen. I can tell you the times that I have been years and years ago financially strapped, and I never asked, like, can I make this? Like, how am I going to make this happen? It's not if, it's how am I going to make this work? Because this is a life-changing, phenomenal opportunity. You will not, my plan is, you don't return home the same woman, ever. You will no longer be preoccupied with your own low self-esteem. You will not second guess yourself. I'll be working on you, with you, and alongside you, and you will see yourself in a whole different light than you ever have before. And listen, we're going to have some bubbles and champagne and fun in between, okay? A lot of fun in between. There's going to be lots of space for you to hook up with other people and build friendships, and there's a lot of relationship building going to happen, and also time for you by yourself to just take time out when you want to. So here is the link. I'm going to grab it, and let me just drop it into the chat box, and then you can take your time and you can go and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to just put it in there. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see it. And if you click on it, I'm going to share my screen again. So if you click on it, then it will show you, and I'll show you how to view it. Show all windows. So here it is. All right. So this is the e-brochure. I'm not going to go through all the detail. You can go through that yourself. It's going to give you a full, there's a little message from me. It gives you accommodation and destinations, the pricing, the fast facts, what it includes, what it excludes. If you go back to the top over here, you will see that it gives you an overview of the actual trip. So you can go to the actual destinations one by one. There you will see where is the accommodation. You can click on it. And you can find out, okay, so what is Brochure? What is that all about? You can go over there. It'll talk to you about Brochure, which is where some of our photography is going to happen. You can go to Gondwana. You can click on a video. So if you click on Gondwana Game Reserve, which is a 5-star, beautiful game lodge, very, very high and highly respected on nature conservation, by the way. You'll see all kinds of things like videos and graphical overviews. You can close. Let's close that down. For a minute, hang on a second. Let's close that down. And there's videos, there is written information, all kinds of incredible things. And this is where you and I will be. You need to picture yourself here. Staying in those huts, swimming in that pool. Elephants and zebra come right up there, by the way. Elephants drink out of that pool. That's one of the photo shoot locations. One of my favorite animals. Coffee after the morning drive. All right, that's just one of them. That's how you go and look at all of the venues. Here is Lanzarak. Lanzarak is one of the most sought after game farms here, game estates, at least wine estate here in South Africa. This is the spa. So you go upstairs for all the treatments and you just overlook this stunning mountain in the background. Lanzarak is just, I had never been there until recently, until last week. Steeped in history. Go check out the wine estate, learn about how they do things. Learn about wine. All right, and then at the top, and so you can find your way around here. So daily information, details, documents, information, transport, etc. It's all there. All right, folks. So if you have, you can't get it to work, so mine is working. Is anybody else having a problem? Hands up if anyone can get the link working. Is it working for you? The link that I posted there? All right, hands up who's not able to access the brochure. Oh, you guys can't access the link? Right, so there it is again. Let me grab it from my browser. So try it again. That is exactly the same link that I've got. That is, let me just grab it from where I'm at. Go home. All right, so I'm going to try this one as well. It should be the same. Tell me if anyone is able to get in, please, so we can make sure that you have full access to it. As soon as you're in and it's working, just... Okay, hang on a second.
You said we could access it on Dress to Connect though, right? So that
no, it's not the same one, Shirley. So on Dress to Connect, remember the first one that I showed you? It's a it's mostly red and white and black, and you got it. Okay, great. On Dress to Connect is a high level, no pricing, no program, just a more visual overview of the 9 days. This e-brochure is an interactive, it works. Okay, great. Larissa, thank you, Liga. That's awesome. You can see it now. Melanie, super. Thank you, Larissa. That's awesome. Okay, fantastic. This is the one that if you're serious about this trip, you can have a look at both of them, but this is the one that you want to go into. It's got the full program. It's got the pricing payment options. And this is the Book Now online version. This is our tour operator managed site. So when you go book now, then you're going to make your selection, excuse me, and then we'll be notified. We have about 67 women who have registered their specific interest for the trip on the email. You'll be getting that. If you're one of them, you'll be getting that message as well, saying, here is the link, here is the e-brochure. Make sure you have our details, if you have any questions. Otherwise, it is up and running. It is open. We are open for business. And this trip is officially now open and underway. Any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and let me take your question. If you need to go, that's no problem. But folks, I want to tell you something. I've been in business a while, okay? I'm still a little spring chicken. I'm only 49 3/4, okay, until May, all right? And I've got a long way to go and a lot to learn. But let me tell you, I've been in hospitality. I've been in event management. I've been in senior project management. I'm running this event like I've never run one before. There are surprises, offerings, gifts, and blessings in between all of this that are going to be life-changing for you. So Eva, go for it. Just open up if you have a question about the SA trip. Otherwise, if it's another question, just give it a 30 seconds. That's okay. If it's 30 seconds, and then we're going to wrap up. Okay. No questions and we're good to go. Otherwise, just unmute yourself.
Linda?
Go for it.
For the March call of action, if we have our own way of eating that works for us, can we do that and not follow what you're doing?
Oh my gosh, of course. Yes, of course. So all I'm doing is I'm going to be giving you a kind of a soldier attack strategy with which to go forward. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving you a powerful, refreshed focus on what it is that you're doing. I'm not by any means going to say this is how you must eat. I would never do that. Just like I don't say this is how you must dress. I just teach you the basics and teach you the foundation and what does and doesn't work. But it is for us not to outsource our health or our nutrition to someone else, right? We have to educate ourselves. And so I'm going to be giving you some power tools that are just going to maybe expedite your journey. Not only for those who are learning, but most especially if you are in healthcare or nutrition or fitness or the healthcare field of any kind, you want to make sure that you have these tools because they're out there, they're available, and the evidence is overwhelming that we are all different, but we have a baseline foundation to our bodies, and so some of the basics work and some don't. So absolutely, Sarah. By no means are you going to have to eat what I eat. I am going to just share with you how I made a change, what it's done for me, and a route that you can go to pick up 1 or 2 tools. And it's just going to give you, it's going to expedite your journey. It's going to power you up. Are there any terms for cancellation? Kathy, cancellation terms. Thank you for asking that question because we are going to have questions that we haven't preempted yet. So I'm going to go back to my tour operator with that. Any other questions, you can type it up in the chat box quickly before we wrap up. And cancellation, of course, is like hopefully only through dire emergency or something, because we want to make sure that if you book, yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything because I've got so much planned and so much in store for you. It's just going to be phenomenal. Your son's on deployment, of course. Okay. Do you have to? No, you do not, Renee. You do not to come into my country. You do not have to be vaccinated and you do not have to be boosted. So thank you for asking that question. Thank you also to those who are or are not vaccinated and boosted for dropping your judgments, because that is part of potential. It's your option to judge. There are people who will be on this trip who are vaccinated and boosted, and there'll be people who are not vaccinated and boosted. We are, very proud of my country, very proud of Cyril Ramaphosa and how he has handled things here. He has handled the pandemic of the last 2 years, I think, with an incredible amount of insight and maturity. This is a third world country, so you'll learn about third world culture and how to do life in a third world country. And it doesn't mean we have lions roaming the street, okay? But you might see a lion, not in the street outside my house. And hopefully we get you to come to my house. That's an option, okay? We live in a beautiful winey state, so depending on how things go, we might just hop on a shuttle and come on over. But yes, it's entirely up to you whether you want to be, you don't have to be vaccinated and boosted. Okay, so any other questions? You're going to go to the e-brochure, you're going to click on, there'll be a contact details. So under contact details, there'll be an email there, support@lindapage.com. All your queries can go through there. My office will be handling those. If they need the tour operator, they'll be checking that with them. And the tour operator, by the way, is there for you to help you organize your entire trip. If you say to them, I live in Minnesota and I need to get there, they'll say, here's the best flight, here's the best price, and you can also use your points to get onto this flight. All you have to do is make sure that you get there by 1 p.m. on day one. So if you're going to get there, arriving at Cape Town International Airport at 12 o'clock, you want to get in the day before. It's a small price to pay, a very good, well-negotiated room rate for you at the hotel in Cape Town, for you to get there, unpack, relax, and be fresh and ready on day one for the arrival and the kickoff. And the sunset cruise is going to be ridiculous. It's amazing. You'll see dolphins. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. But the tour operator is there to help you. So lean on them. Let them do all the legwork for you. That's what they're there for. And they're phenomenal. They're professional and highly, highly, highly experienced. All right, folks, that's it. That program is open for business and underway. Eva, you had a question. Go for it.
Yes, I had a question regarding swimsuits.
Yes, go for it.
I have to buy one. And I'm not sure how to approach that thing.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay, so you recently did your swimsuit assignment, right, in the program, which, by the way, I'm very proud of you. And someone did it, and then it initiated and inspired a whole bunch of other people to do it and get their assignments done, which is fantastic. Eva, here's the short version. With your rocking body, woman, you need to be getting something more sexy, more beautiful, and more modern than I've seen on you, okay? So you have, for example, who do you have? You have Lorma lingerie right there through Linda in Latvia, right? You should just check out, just go to Lorma lingerie, Lauma, it's in my book as well. And I put her in the book because I love how classy and elegant and sexy it is. To be sexy, you don't have to be showing cleavage or flashing anything, but you have a beautiful body, Eva. So I want you to do your assignment going away. I want you to go to Lorma lingerie. I want you to go to Bravissimo. They do swimwear as well. I want you to go to La Senza. La Senza is a huge European franchise with lingerie and swimwear. And I want you to go to what's the other one? I really like their swimsuits. Give me 5 seconds. Nope, it's gone. I'll message it to you if I remember. But I want you to find something that is based on what you know your body shape is like now. And I want you to send them to me by private message. I want you to get a short list of 5 swimsuits. Minimum 1 has to be a bikini, okay? Unless you are very uncomfortable wearing a bikini, it doesn't have to be a bikini. Then I want you to look at bikinis as well. Otherwise, if you want a full swimsuit, that's no problem. But we need to modernize you. We want to power you up a little bit and show that beautiful body of yours that you are. Eva is somebody who takes a cold shower every single morning. I don't know if you know the value and the power of what it does for your blood pressure and your system. But on 75 Hard, there's a phase 1 and phase 2, and they do cold showers for 5 minutes in the morning. I ain't signing up for that right now. Maybe another time. But Eva, you've worked hard on your body. You have a phenomenal, beautiful, strong, amazing physique. We need to put it in a hot, modern, sexy swimsuit. Okay, that's my answer for you. Out of town and away from my book, can we get the spelling on the swimwear sites? Sure, yes. Cindy, would you mind very much? So Renee, one of them is Lauma Lingerie. It's in your book, Spirit of Beauty. You have it. It's Lauma. It's the lingerie brand that I featured in the book. The other one is Bravissimo, B-R-A. Bravissimo, thank you, Cindy. They do lingerie and they do swimwear. And then the other one is La Senza, L-A, and then S-E-N-Z-A or Z-A. La Senza is a beautiful lingerie and swimwear store. I don't know if they do swimwear anymore. Man, it's a 2-word name. It's a brand. I just slipped my mind. It's a 2-name brand, clothing, swimwear, everything that I really love. We've spoken about it quite a lot lately. Dang it. Okay, it's out of my head for now. But they have beautiful swimwear. So if I remember it, when I do, I'm going to just drop it into Dress to Connect. All right. Somebody else has a question, then we're going to wrap up, folks. If you have a question, just go ahead, Liga, unmute yourself. Go for it, honey.
Hi, I have a question. Could you please, probably I had to ask you this on private meeting, but I couldn't find good translation for enclosed cognition.
Okay, all right.
A little bit
So enclosed cognition, I'm typing it in there. So enclosed cognition, you want to go and Google that. What it comes down to is the evidence and all the results that the surveys and the social sciences have produced over the many last decades and decades is how what we wear impacts both us and others in society. That's what it is. So enclosed cognition is just, here is the research and the scientific facts and figures of how what we wear and the colors and the form and the structure, how it impacts us and others in society. Very, very, very interesting research to go and do. All right. Okay, folks, I think that's it. It's been a nice long hour and 20-something minutes. Thank you for your time and attention. Question, also cancellation policy in case we can't travel due to COVID restrictions in your... Monique, just go ahead and unmute yourself, honey. Where are you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, what I was just saying is, because you were saying that you're going to check with the tour operator and cancellation policy, things like that. But just in case there's something where, like, they're not having flights going wherever because of restrictions and things like that, what would be the policy regarding that?
Are you saying restrictions that come up, let's say you book and then restrictions in your country come up later?
Yeah, like they have no flights, they're canceling flights going, which they have been doing in some cases.
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully America catches up a little.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Sorry, you're in Canada. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen. So of course, your travel insurance, like Larissa's just said, that's going to come into it. You must check with them as well. I will come back to you on that. It's my feeling that if you book, and let's say in 4 months' time, your country decides all flights cancel, we're bagging down the hatchets again, we're going to like level 5 lockdown, and yeah, we will look into what that looks like in terms of a reimbursement from our side. I would imagine, hopefully it's not going to happen with like Canada and USA and Europe, and I don't foresee it, but we don't know what's going to happen. So I will ask the tour operator how they've handled that in the past, because for sure they have the most experience here in the past 2 years with cancellations and rescheduling. And also, yes, check with your travel insurance. How are they handling that if you book? Because the only thing you'll be liable for is your flight scheduling with the airline, and then obviously the payment that you've made to us. So let me get back to you on that as well. Okay, so it's just basic cancellation terms in case of, for example, emergency, but also COVID connected restrictions and new policy, I guess. So thanks for that question. I will definitely come back to you on that as well. All right. Otherwise, guys, I cannot encourage you enough. This trip is going to be all about you. You will never have been on a trip before or go on a trip again where it is as much about you. And that is not a selfish thing. That is a wise investment as a woman to make in your beauty, your body, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your negotiation skills. You'll meet people that will change your life, just the people who are going to be on set, on location, supporting you, rallying around you for the duration of those 9.5 days. It's going to be a life-changing trip. So if you're on the fence, you got to get off. Okay, ask your questions and get off. The contact details are there, and it's going to be first come, first served. All right. Those of you on the list of 67 who've asked for a specific email with the details, look out for your email. That'll be coming through probably in the next half hour. Otherwise, beautiful people, we are over and out for this week. Thank you for getting up, dressing up, being that bold light on a hill. Thank you for lasting the full almost hour and a half. Who's left? Cindy, Belinda, Sheila, Broaden, Kelly, Liga, Pam, Modric, Melanie, Ruth, Pamela, Larissa, Eva, Sarah, Katie, Manita, Sarah, Marianne, I just saw you now, or Marion. Merle, so good to have seen your pretty face. Monique and Vida, still on crutches, and so proud of you. And also Aletta, thank you for staying the long haul. Thank you for getting all the details, your leadership, your influence, your confidence, your impact. Very easily your income is all expanding. Don't take it lightly, but have fun with fashion along the way. Any questions, you know where to find us. Other than that, it is Shoes Day. So get up, dress up, and have fun with fashion today. And I will see you on the other side. Thank you, folks.